Have you got your torch?
Okay, we survived the first adventure.
We made it to the car.
Alright, enough of the drama. 12 hours before this, we found a rattlesnake on the floor outside of our Airbnb, so it's safe to say we were feeling a little bit on edge. Anyway, we survived, so on with the video.
Today is the day that we have been looking forward to the most. We are in Yosemite National Park. We've got one full day here, so we're going to see how much we can fit in one day. We managed to get to Tunnel View for sunrise, which is a really popular spot. So the first hike of the day is mist trails, and they weren't lying when they said it was uphill.
This is strenuous.
So we are currently on the way up to Vernal Falls. We've just crossed over the footbridge and now we are doing the mist trail all the way up to the top of the waterfall.
Nearly there.
So the next part of the hike is to climb to the very top using those stairs.
But it's right there, we're nearly there.
So we have officially made it to the base of Vernal Falls.
A little bit out of breath,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah, it was worth all those steps.
Oh, the hike, the views, oh wow, it was absolutely unbelievable. It's definitely worth doing, isn't it?
We've made it back down to the bottom of Mist Trails.
I think it's safe to say that was one of the steepest hikes I've ever done.
Yeah, I think it was actually worse on the way back down because it was so steep you felt like you literally had to run, otherwise you would just fall over.
Yeah, my knees are in bits.
But it's time to head to the next hike now, so let's go. We've just arrived at our next walk. We're here at the Lower Yosemite Falls trail and this one is a much shorter loop and it's not as steep either, which is good for this time of day because it is getting really warm now.
Still some incredible views here though.
Yeah.
It is absolutely mind-blowing just how much you can see and how the vast scale of everything. It's unbelievable.
So we've just pulled over and had a little bit of a picnic for lunch and now we're ready for our next stop, which is El Capitan Meadows. Let's go. So we're at the Meadows now and El Capitan is one of the most famous rock formations in Yosemite and you can definitely see why.
And there it is right behind us.
Our next stop is Yosemite Village to visit the Welcome Centre and the Village Store.
Time to go hunting for the next patch to add to our collection.
Currently on the way to our last stop of the day, which is Glacier Point. It's one of the highest lookout points in Yosemite National Park and it looks out into the valley below. We're currently climbing up the mountainside again. We've just reached 6,000 feet elevation and it's another one of those roads where it is just a sheer drop down the side into the valley below. There is no barrier or anything to stop you between the road and the mountains. As we're climbing up, you can see all of the trees that have been burned in the forest fires. When we were talking to one of the rangers yesterday, they actually said they've been quite lucky this year and they've not had many forest fires.
They did say about prescribed burning though, so a lot of these trees are prescribed burned often to try and stop the spread if it does happen. So we've just got to our last stop of today, which is Glacier Point. So we've just parked up and now we're going to take I think it's a fairly short hike up to the top to be able to look back down into the valley again.
Let's go. We've made it to Glacier Point. So we've got Nevada Falls right there. And then just below it, down here, is Vernal Falls, which is where we were hiking up earlier. It's the next morning now and we've just had a really slow chill morning. We've been by the pool all morning. Frankie, who is our Airbnb host dog, has also joined us by the pool.
Yeah, he's been jumping in the pool with us. He's been a really nice little co-host for the Airbnb, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been absolutely gorgeous. So last night after we got back, we just absolutely crashed. We were so tired, our feet were absolutely killing after all of that walking.
Yeah, 15-hour day of Yosemite, I think. Yeah, that's enough to make anybody feel tired.
Yesterday we wanted to see how much we could fit into one day. And I think we were able to see a lot of the main attractions that we wanted to see.
Got up at 4 a.m. And we were in the park we were at Tunnel View for about 6 a.m. for the sunrise.
Yeah, we got there just in time for sunrise, but it was already packed and we got one of the last car parking spaces there.
Yeah, so I would advise absolutely setting an early alarm and getting into the park actually you want to be getting into the park very early because it takes, was it about 40 minutes, 50 minutes to get from the park entrance to Tunnel View, which is the kind of first stop. So definitely getting up early and setting off for that.
And if you come in the summer months as well, you need a park reservation if you're entering the parks between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. We managed to get a park reservation, but because we got there before 6 a.m, nobody was there to check it. So if you arrive before 6 a.m, you can just enter without a park reservation.
Even though it was a really busy day, we still managed to complete everything that we put on our itinerary for the day, even in the summer. So my advice would be, if you go in obviously in the summer and it's really busy, what you can do is you can park up in one of the little villages, find a good parking space. So we parked up in Curry Village And then they've got free shuttles that run you around the park, so you can go from Curry Village up to Mist Trail, you can go to different areas, and that's quite useful. It's free and they run about every 15 minutes or so, so that's definitely what I'd advise doing.
You made the mistake of getting back into the car and driving down to the visitor centre, and it was quite difficult to find another parking spot.
We did manage it, but we were very lucky. So I would advise, if you find a good space in the valley somewhere to park, leave your car there and actually take the shuttle to all those different places.
One of the main reasons that we went to the visitor centre was to find another patch to add to our collection, and this is the one we ended up going for.
You know us, we can't go to a place like that and not add a patch to the collection.
And we didn't just leave with one thing. Mum, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I did buy another mug, but look how incredible that is.
So we're just about to head out on our 3-hour road trip up to San Francisco for 3 nights. But before that, we're going to go have a quick look around the property where we're staying at the Airbnb, because there's some beautiful scenery around here. I think we've spotted a swing that's just down there, so let's go see that.
What are you doing? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time in San Francisco.
Thank you. Oh.